Alright you guys, welcome to Nez's Nook. So as most of you probably know, Barnes & Noble had a 50% off sale, which isn't good for my wallet. So did I do a little damage? Yes. Let's get started. Also, me trying to get thumbnail for this video was so funny because this box is so heavy. So if I'm smiling in the thumbnail, just know it was not a happy time. I was struggling. I also just realized I could have emptied the box. So, also this is not sponsored, but I wish. So welcome to my big book haul. It's not that big. Alright, so the first book is Take My Hand by Dolan Perkins Valdez, New York Times best-selling author of Wench. I haven't read that. I actually don't remember at all what this was about. I remember reading the reviews and they were really good. So Montgomery, Alabama, 1973, fresh out of nursing school, Sybil Townsend intends to make a difference, especially in her African American community. At the Montgomery Family Planning Clinic, she hopes to help women shape their destinies to make their own choices for their lives and bodies. I now remember why I bought this book. But when her first week on the job takes her along a dusty country road to a worn-down one-room cabin, Sybil is shocked to learn that her new patients, Erica and India, are children, just 11 and 13 years old. Neither of the Williams sisters has even kissed a boy, but they are poor and black, and for those handling the family's welfare benefits, that's reason enough to have the girls on birth control. As Sybil grapples with her role, she takes India, Erica, and their family into her heart until one day she arrives at their door to learn the unthinkable has happened and nothing will ever be the same for any of them. Decades later, with her daughter grown and a long career in her wake, Dr. Sybil Townsend is ready to retire, to find her peace, and to leave the past behind. But there are people and stories that refuse to be forgotten, that must not be forgotten, because history repeats when we don't remember. Inspired by true events. Dude, so that is Take My Hand. If any of you have read it, let me know. Let me know your thoughts. The reviews were really great online. So the next book is A Summer to Remember by Erica Montgomery. For 30-year-old Frankie Simon, selling movie memorabilia in the shop she opened with her late mother on Hollywood Boulevard is more than just her livelihood. It's an enduring connection to the only family she has ever known. But when a mysterious package arrives containing a photograph of her mother and famous movie stars Glory Cartwright and her husband at a coastal film festival the year before Frankie's birth, her life begins to unravel in unimaginable ways. What begins as a journey along a path revealing buried family secrets, betrayals between lovers, bonds between friends. As the past unlocks the present, Frankie is granted the chance to learn that memories define who we are, and that they can show us the meaning of home and the magic of true love. Okay, so this is her debut novel for Miss Erica Montgomery. If you guys have read it, let me know. I'm hooked. Alright, so next book is All My Rage by Sabaa Tahir. I hope I didn't butcher that. Alright, so it says Pakistan Then. Ms. Ba is a dreamer and storyteller. I hope I'm not butchering these names. Newly married to Tawfiq in an arranged match, after their young life is shaken by tragedy, they come to the United States and open the Clouds Rest Inn motel, hoping for a new start. And then it says Juniper, California Now. Sal and Nora are more than best friends, they are family. Growing up as outcasts in the small desert town of Juniper, California, they understand each other the way no one else does. Until the fight, fight is capitalized, which destroys their bond with the swift fury of a star exploding. This is written really well. Now, Sal scrambles to run the family motel as his mother, Miss Ba's health fails and his father loses himself to alcoholism. Nora, meanwhile, walks a harrowing tightrope working at her wrathful uncle's liquor store while hiding the fact that she's applying to college so she can escape him. From one of today's most cherished and best-selling young adult authors comes a breathtaking novel of young love, old regrets, and forgiveness. Pretty long, but I am so excited to read this. Alright, so the next book is Honor. 2 reasons why I bought this book. I literally didn't read what it was about. I saw that there was some mangas on the cover, and I saw that it had the Reese's Book Club little stamp on the front. So, Indian American journalist Smita has returned to India to cover a story, but reluctantly, long ago, she and her family left the country with no intention of ever coming back. As she follows the case of Meena, a Hindu woman attacked by members of her own village and her own family, For marrying a Muslim man, Smita comes face to face with a society where tradition carries more weight than one's own heart, and a story that threatens to unearth the painful secrets of Smita's own past. She also finds herself increasingly drawn to Mohan, an Indian man she meets while on assignment. In this tender and evocative novel about love, hope, family devotion, betrayal, and sacrifice, Thriti Umbrigar, oh, is that the author? Shows us two courageous women trying to navigate how to be true to their homelands and themselves at the same time. Can we just take a second to appreciate, I mean, all these covers are beautiful, but there's just something about this one that, like, I don't know, I just want to, like, frame it. All right, so the next book is Yerba Buena, which is literally why I bought this. I have no idea what it's about. I literally was like, Yerba Buena? Cool. If you grew up in a Spanish household like myself, then you've heard Yerba Buena a lot of times. When Sarah Foster runs away from home at 16, she leaves behind the girl she once was, capable of trust and intimacy. Years later in Los Angeles, she is a sought-after bartender. Go off. Across the city, Emily Dubois is in a holding pattern, yearning for the beauty and community her Creole grandparents cultivated, but unable to commit. On a whim, she takes a job arranging flowers at the glamorous restaurant Yerba Buena, such a good name for a restaurant, and falls into an affair with the married owner. The morning Emily and Sarah first meet, their connection is immediate, but the damage both women carry and the choices they have made pulls them apart again and again. At once exquisite and expansive, astonishing in its humanity and heart, Yerba Buena is a propulsive journey through the lives of two women trying to find somewhere or someone to call home. So that is that. I will let you know my thoughts on that. The next book is The Tobacco Wives by Adele Myers. I do remember that this takes place in like 1946 North Carolina. Maddie is dazzled by the bustle of the crisply uniformed female factory workers, the palatial homes, and most of all her aunt's glossiest clientele, the wives of the powerful tobacco executives. When a series of unexpected events thrust Maddie into the role of lead dressmaker for the town's most influential women, she scrambles to produce their gowns for the biggest party of the season. But she soon learns Brightleaf isn't quite the carefree paradise that it seemed. The Tobacco Wives is a deeply human, emotionally satisfying, and dramatic novel about the power of female connection and the importance of seeking the truth. So yeah, that's Tobacco Wives. I remember reading really good reviews, and obviously all of these were half off, so. So this next book is not new, and don't judge me, but this is the 50 Shades Darker 10th Anniversary Hardcover Edition. Look how beautiful. I ordered all three signed. I ordered the signed copies because they were half off. So I ordered 50 Shades of Grey, Darker, and Freed. The other two have not arrived. Also, they accidentally did not send me a signed version. So I already talked to someone this morning and they are replacing it. They're sending me a signed one. So I've already read all three books. I read them when they came out forever ago. I don't have physical copies because I read them all on my phone because I just thought that I would be judged everywhere I went. Because at the time, it was like a big deal. Like, you know, like everyone knew, like, oh my God, you're reading 50 Shades of Grey. Like, yeah, I ordered all of them. I think they're gonna look so beautiful in my library that I'm building next week. My shelves have been back ordered for literally like 4 months. If you guys have never read the 50 Shades series, don't get me in trouble with your parents. But yeah, it's a mature read, very mature read. So yeah, it's probably the spiciest book I own. Really quick, look how beautiful this all looks together. I don't know, it's just like, it's just some good colors, you know? Oh, I almost dropped it. I have to return this one. All right, so the next book is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. This came recommended. I saw it in comments, I saw it in my DMs. So I picked it up because it was on sale. So it says, this is the story of an investigation turned obsession. Pretty and popular high school senior Andy Bell was murdered by her boyfriend Sal Singh, who then killed himself. It was all anyone could talk about, and 5 years later, Pip sees how the tragedy still haunts her town. Now a senior herself, Pip decides to re-examine the closed case for her final project. At first, just to cast doubt on the original investigation. but soon she discovers a trail of dark secrets that might actually prove Sal innocent, and the line between past and present begins to blur. Someone in Fairview doesn't want Pip digging around for answers, and now her own life might be in danger. Another reason why I got this book is because you guys know I've been trying to get more into mystery. You know, trying to get out of my comfort zone. I just don't like scary things. I don't like scary anything. Like, I can barely walk through Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios. Like, I'm such a chicken. All right, so this next book is The Last Confessions of Sylvia P. by Lee Kravitz. I bought this because I was a fan of Sylvia Plath in high school. I loved really diving into her work. So this is a multi-generational story inspired by true events. The Last Confessions of Sylvia P. imaginatively brings into focus the period of promise and tragedy that marked the writing of Sylvia Plath's modern classic, The Bell Jar. The Last Confessions of Sylvia P. bridges fact and fiction to imagine the life of a revered writer. Suspenseful and beautifully written with a remarkable prismatic approach, Kravitz's masterful novel is a highly seductive work of literary fiction. Pretty excited to dive into this. Obviously, Sylvia Plath stuff it's dark, but I really enjoyed, you know, having to read all of that in high school and like really dissect it and stuff. So, yeah. I don't know, I saw it online and I was like, why not? Alright, so last but not least, I gave in to all the comments, DMs. You guys requested this a million times, but I bought the entire Summer I Turned Pretty series. I wanted to read it before watching the series, so yeah, I just bought the whole trilogy. ASMR. So this is The Summer I Turned Pretty. It's not summer without you, and we'll always have summer. So I finally got it. I'll let you know my thoughts. Yeah, so that's that. So yeah, that was my, you know, big old book haul for you guys. Again, let me know if you've read any of them. Would love to know. Now that I'm looking at them, this is actually an insane amount of books. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you enjoyed it, comment down below any more book recs you guys have for me. I'll make sure to add all of these to my Amazon bookshop, so you guys can also check that out down below if you guys want to, you know, grab any of these. Hit that subscribe button, join the family. I cannot believe that we're at 12K. Guys, I didn't know what to expect with this channel. Obviously, like I said in my first video, starting a new channel is very scary when you already have, you know, another YouTube channel that you basically built from the ground up, and you just know how much work goes into it. So I just appreciate you guys for allowing me to just like dive into this new avenue that I really truly love. But yeah, thank you guys for being bookworms with me. I hope you guys are really loving this new channel. So yeah, hit that subscribe button, join the family, and I love ya. We're doing great, and I'll see you guys next time. Okay, bye.